In the world of cars and SUVs, there are many that are good. There are some that are great. There are very, very few that define their own legend.
We are the stone, feel the soul.
If there's any Indian SUV that's truly legendary, it's the Tata Safari. And if you've driven any of the newer Safaris, you would know that the one thing it aces is ride quality. So I found it a little bit strange that with this 2023 update, among many other things, the one thing that Tata Motors has done is that they've retuned the suspension for even better ride comfort. Has it worked? Only one way to find out. Now, I can't really objectively tell if it's that much better. Maybe if you drive the old one and this back to back, you will feel some slight difference, but I can't really feel anything. It's definitely not night and day of a difference, and I was expecting a little bit more. The good thing is that the Safari always had great ride quality, so there wasn't really too much to fix in that department. And the Safari has that trait of the ride just getting better and better the faster you go, which makes it such a dream on the highway.
And Tata claims your occupants will have an easier time dreaming thanks to better noise insulation. A cabin that has less outside noise entering inside should automatically feel more luxurious.
Again, like with the suspension, I can't really feel a night and day difference here. Like with the old Safari, you can still hear the engine rumbling about in the front. You can hear some road noise entering into the cabin, and if there's something really loud next to you like a tractor or a loud tempo, again that noise does enter into the cabin even now. So it's pretty much same. What has made the luxury quotient go up is this new cabin. It's lovely. Firstly, it gets a much more modern layout overall, and there's also new screens, and this 12-inch unit is really good. It's so crisp, easy to use, and I haven't faced any glitches with it so far. There's also ambient lighting, and it even carries through onto the sunroof, and there's also little things that matter peppered all around the cabin. Firstly, it has a 45-watt Type-C charging port, so you can really quickly juice up your smartphone. Secondly, you have seatbelt reminders for all 3 rows, and they are load cell based, so unlike some more affordable cars, the seatbelt reminder will only ring and buzz when there's someone actually sitting in that row. So I think that's great. Seems like an odd thing to praise, but if you've driven a more affordable car with rear seatbelt reminders that don't have a load cell, it's super duper annoying. There's also 7 airbags optional on the Safari. You get it on the top spec variant, which means you get a driver's knee airbag. So the safety quotient has also gone up. I think those are all great things, but by far my favorite thing about this interior is this new instrument cluster. Like with the Nexon, you can get full screen navigation on it, which is great when you're driving. But there are still 1 or 2 things I'm not really a big fan of. Firstly, the steering wheel. I like the materials used. The two-tone leather is super nice and luxurious and very Range Rover-esque, but that center panel just feels a bit off to me, and it's very prone to scratches as well, so I'm not a big fan. And the second thing is also a piano black panel, and it's here, and it houses the AC controls.
Scratches are one thing, but I find the AC controls also tough to use while driving because they are, yes, touch sensitive. Classic case of form over function. But there's one tiny line in the press release, or actually 3 words, that have made the biggest functional change to the Safari.
Electronic power steering. Yes, the old hydraulic unit is gone, and in comes EPS. Now, if you've driven the old Safari and the Harrier, and I know I have, it reminded me of a t-shirt. And not just any t-shirt, but there was this one really nice t-shirt my mom gave to me when I was small. And that t-shirt was always too big for me when I was growing up. I used to like almost float inside it. And then before I knew it, when I grew up, it was too small for me. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's that the steering on the Safari and the Harrier earlier used to be heavy at low speeds when it should have been light, and light at high speeds when it should have been heavy. But thankfully now, that is fixed.
It's easy to go lock to lock at low speeds, and when you're out on the highway, you no longer need to make steering movements with millimeter precision. It's weighted just right.
Of course, Tata Motors has done this because they have added adaptive cruise control. Now, adaptive cruise control per se does not need the steering, but what does need the steering is lane keep assist, which has also been not added yet. There's a button for it, and Tata Motors says it has the provisions for it, but because they're working on the calibration, it will come at a later date. My guess is that the owners will just get a software OTA update on their screens, and once they do the update, the function will be ready to roll. But for now, it's not there on the cars, and like the guru MKBHD says, do not buy a product in the hope of future updates. Buy it for what it is today, and today it does not have lane keep assist, but still adaptive cruise control is quite convenient when you're out on the highway.
Adding to the already heavy list of conveniences is a power tailgate, ventilated seats, a really high quality 360-degree camera system, and more.
Like before though, the Safari won't really be particularly light on the pocket, but the Safari has always been good to drive, comfortable to sit in, and jaw-dropping to look at. With this update, Tata Motors has basically made all three of those aspects a whole lot better. Now, I don't really speak about looks in my videos because of course they can be very subjective, but I think with the Safari, to my eyes personally, they've done a really good job. They've just tightened up the lines, made it a little bit cleaner, given it a more modern front and rear end. And in this cosmic gold color, it looks like it's sitting in a design studio. It looks like a concept car, and I love it. But there is also the factor about technology. There's a lot more inside, and even though I didn't face any glitches with it so far on this entire drive, I haven't really had a very great experience with Tata's tech on recent products, so I will wait to hear from customers about both reliability and service before recommending this outright to everyone. But if you are interested in the Safari, it's never been better, so go out, take a test drive, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching PowerDrift. I'm Karan. Have an awesome day ahead, and I'll see you soon.